Live from the heart of the action. Welcome to the nerve center of Next Level Broadcasting.
This is the OB van, where the studio meets the street.
Equipped with cutting-edge cameras, crystal clear audio, real-time switching, and broadcast control, we don't just capture moments, we deliver the experience live.
Anywhere, anytime, from stadiums to red carpets, breaking news to buzzing festivals, weddings, birthdays, and all sorts of ceremonies. We bring the world to your screen in real time.
It's not just a van, it's a complete mobile production house, a command center, a broadcast beast.
This is more than a broadcast. This is the OB van difference. Live, loud, limitless.
Ready to go live like never before? Book the OB van today and take your event to the world. One powerful broadcast at a time.
To book, call 0705 506 1061 or 0916 101 1061. Email marketing@dominion.org.ng or visit our socials on Instagram @Dominion Broadcast.
Dominion Broadcast, your channel of choice.
What a night in Paris as Ousmane Dembele was crowned the Ballon d'Or winner yesterday. Also, remember the Olympique Marseille defeated Paris Saint-Germain right there in the French Ligue 1 fixtures that was postponed due to the weather over the weekend. Also, we got the local stories popping on the front this morning. All this and more on the show as we'll be looking forward to sporting actions right here on Dominion Television. This is Dominion Sport, your channel of choice. I am Paul Abe Toluwanimi, and I have the expert analyst himself, Samson Balogun, the man with unbiased analysis and undiluted report, ready to break down the stories this wonderful morning. Good morning to you, Samson. How are you feeling? How was Paris for you yesterday?
Well, it was awesome. Great news from
Paris. I was expecting maybe you'll be giving me some French, language. Je suis.
Je ne parle pas français.
Yes, je ne parle pas français.
Yes. but the truth is, expectedly, Ousmane Dembele walked away with the gong, of course, the trophy. And there were calls and insinuations that, why not Rafinha in the top three, or Lamine Yamal and the likes. I think people should, put away sentiments and think about what this player actually brought to the table last season. Ousmane Dembele for Paris Saint-Germain was absolutely fantastic. He contributed immensely to all the silverware they won last season. They won the UEFA Champions League, won different Ligue 1, won the French Cup, and won so many trophies last season. Except for the fact that they went to play at the Club World Cup and they lost.
That was just the only trophy that
that was the only trophy they could not win. So they did so well. And if there was a player that stood out, I think it should be recognized, and that was Ousmane Dembele. I was telling you yesterday that my peak is Ousmane Dembele any day, any time, regardless of what any other person thinks. Yes, Rafinha had a fantastic contribution for FC Barcelona too. He had a few goals and assists, over 50 goals plus assists last season. Yes, fantastic statistics. But individual performance really does not count when you talk about the Ballon d'Or. It does when it's not the trophy season. It does when, no team actually did exceptionally well. So it means that, let's say every other team won 1 or 2 silverwares, then you can say, oh, let's think about, aside from the trophies, let's think about individual performance when it comes to play. But for Paris Saint-Germain, you think about what the team did, and then who was the standout player. At least you saw that they won the team of the year. Yeah. So it was automatically going to, the best player was going to come from that team. And yes, it was, the margin was a little bit wide between Lamine Yamal. I think Lamine Yamal still has his time. He should wait for his time. Rafinha, if he doesn't drop his current tempo, he's most likely going to end up being a Ballon d'Or winner.
If you talk about, if you talk about the current tempo, you look at the likes of Vinicius Junior. Yes, all the way from Mbappe. You look at Vinicius Junior from number 2 last time out, dropping to number 16. Kylian Mbappe also still making the top 10, regardless of the situation of Real Madrid, not earning trophies. On the show this morning, we'll be discussing about the Ballon d'Or. Trust me, there are talking points right there on the show with the Ballon d'Or, and also I was on the show, we'll be looking at the local front where the MPFL fixtures happened yesterday. If you can have the result displayed on the screen. Samson Balogun, for you, the fixtures happened yesterday, and a victory went straight to the side. Wiki Tourist, picking up the victory right there for you. How did you see that game pan out?
Well, it's something you would expect. Katsina United and Wiki Tourist, and of course Katsina United were able at home comfortably.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, Katsina United picking up the victory against Wiki Tourist. Yeah, I'm wondering why. Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
So Katsina United, I think last week too, and they shocked everyone by also getting points. So it's just a pointer in the right direction for Katsina United as we speak, that they are picking up early in the season. See, one of the strategies of an average team in any league is you start well, gather all necessary points, and when you start to struggle, you have something to bank on. And I think that's what teams like El Kanemi Warriors, Wiki Tourist, and even what's the name, Kun Khalifa. That's what they are trying to do. Though they came to shooting and they lost 2-1, but it still shows that they are doing everything humanly possible to make sure that at least they gather all necessary points. Because when the big guns, when the big team starts to gather the points, then they will be claiming the scalp of the smaller ones. So if the smaller ones get the chance to actually do it now, I think that's the best thing to do. So for Katsina United, they are not doing badly. They now have 2 wins back to back, if that is the situation. And also El Kanemi Warriors, they are not showing signs of slowing down. Even Wuri Wolves, they have shown flashes of brilliance this season. So we might
still sitting on top of the log of the table.
Yes, so we might still see one of the newly promoted teams maintaining the status quo come the end of the season.
Samson, let me ask you a quick one before we move to the next story coming from the NNL. For you, would you think still poses so much threat going forward to lift the MPFL? I know it's still early in the season, but for you, who is giving that sign of, I think we can challenge Remo Stars for the title?
Well, I think that would be a Yimba. That would be a Yimba Football Club of Aba. Reason being that, as an household name, a team that has quality players in their ranks, has a quality manager. The manager is also, the general manager and most definitely the chairman of the club. They are experienced people and they know exactly what to do at this time. And you see, they have been pushing. And you are seeing the momentum being built at this time. And the saving grace they have for now is the fact that they are not playing on the continent. So automatically that gives them ample time to prepare for games and then sort some things out. For Remo Stars, I don't see them repeating what they did last season because there will be commitments on the continent, and when that comes, the team will be stretched and we'll begin to see injuries in that team. Though I'm not saying every other team will know, even if you are not playing in there will be injuries.
I agree.
But it will be totally different because they don't have as much games to play like Remo Stars. Take for example, Remo Stars. They had to postpone one of their games because they had a game against Zumanju, and the return leg also will come up this week. So it's going to be a challenge for Remo Stars.
Now, so how far can they keep up the question?
Now, where I'm going is yes. Thank you for that. The thing I'm now talking about is at this time, have they been able to build that strength to last and stand the test of time when these challenges come? It is already coming. They're already shelving some of their games. and then they will have to play what we call these games, postponed games,
yes,
outstanding games.
Outstanding
they
games
will have to play the outstanding games when some other teams are resting, and they will still have to play against those teams that are resting at their, so it's going to be a lot to handle for them. Do they have the large squad to handle it? Do they have quality players to stand that period? Let's see what will happen. But I feel Eyimba stands a chance of winning the league.
All right, let's see how far Eyimba United can go because, I asked Samson Balogun saying which team can pose a threat for Remo Stars. Let's take more stories from the local front this wonderful morning. Nigeria National League NNL campaigners, Mighty Jet Internationals unveiled the Kubo Are as their new technical advisor on a 2-year deal ahead of 2025-2026 season. Yes, Ere, known for his depth of experience in Nigerian football, has expressed determination to help the team gain promotion to the Nigeria Premier Football League, NPFL. He had previously managed Den Dolphins, Bayelsa United, Shark FC, Aqua United, Atlant FC, among others under his watch. Also, Ibom Stars, Crown FC and Aqua United gained promotion to the NPFL. Speaking after his unveiling, he said, "My aim is to help the team gain promotion and I am determined to do all it takes." Mighty Jet General Manager Ubom Ferdinand expressed excitement about having the manager manage the football team, saying, "We're excited to have him on board and we believe his experience will prove invaluable to our team." Now, for you, something there you have the Kubo, the new manager. Look at the wealth of experience he has, with the teams we mentioned. You see Crown FC, you see the Atlant, Bayelsa. Do you think he can take Mighty Jets, back into the NPFL? And remember, this season we have said in the NNL that there's no Super 8, so is one team getting the ticket in the group phase. And look at Mighty Jets, team. Do you think they can secure a promotion back with this experienced manager?
Well, it's one thing to get an experienced manager. It's another thing to have all the necessary tools in place for him to actually do the job. He's vast, he's experienced, he knows the job. When you look at the teams he's been with, I mean, Sharks of, Sharks
FC,
used to
Dolphins.
be Dolphins. So you see that these are household names when you talk about the NPFL. And, it actually helps when you talk about Crown Football Club of Ogumosho too. So it means that he's experienced there, he's widely traveled, he knows exactly what the league is about. And, bringing his wealth of experience, having coached in the NPFL down to the NNL, is an upgrade on what they currently have, and that should help the team. But, the management should also do the needful, get the necessary tools for him, which in turn, means getting quality players. And after getting quality players, how about the remuneration and, emoluments for these players? How motivated are they? If all these things are in place, I think it's going to, be a valuable addition to the team.
So something, in Conference C, where Mighty Jet are, you have ABS, we have Shokoto United, we have Basira, you have Mighty Jet, we have Doma United, we have Kada Warriors, we have Lobby Stars, and we have City FC Abuja. Do you think with the experience of Dokubo, do they stand a chance, with this team? Not taking anything away from this quality team, but looking at the experience of Dokubo and also the list of teams in Conference C, do you think Mighty Jet can scale through this?
Most teams in that conference, they are formerly NPFL teams, like Abubakar, Bukola Saraki team, Doma United played last season. So you know that they still have what it takes to compete. Now, Mighty Jets, they have a lot on their table as we speak. They necessarily have to put some things in place. And a step in the right direction is this appointment of Dokubo. To come on board, and you can't just bring someone like him to come to your team unless you want to make a statement. And I think he stands a chance of getting things done. And when you look at their chances, I think I fancy their chances of qualifying.
I was about saying that.
I think having brought the coach on board. Right now, he's already assessing the team to see exactly what changes to make and then how to go about things. And yes, it might not be a one-season project. And they might just need another season to get things done. One season, you get your team prepared and familiarized with your style of play. And the next season, you are expected to do what you know how to do best. Let's just hope that, maybe they can qualify, but I don't see it happening this season.
All right, let's see how far Mighty Jet can go in the NNL this season. Let's take more stories from the local front as we look straight into the Nigerian Flying Eagles, how they will take on Australia in the pre-season 2025 FIFA Under-20 World Cup friendly right there today. The match will be played at the Deportivo Ruca Mapu right there in Santiago City, and it will kick off by 5 p.m. Chile time, 1 p.m. Nigerian time. The encounter is part of both teams' preparation for the World Cup, and also the competition will kick off in Chile right there on Saturday. The Flying Eagles were held to a 1-1 draw by Chile in their first friendly last weekend on Saturday. Ahmed Akinyele opened scoring for Nigeria in the 18th minute, while Philip Fodes also equalized for Chile in the 6th minute after the half-hour mark. The Flying Eagles are drawn in Group F with Norway, Colombia, and Saudi Arabia. Aliyu Zubairu's side will face Norway in their first game next week, Monday. And there you have it. It looks like their preparations are ahead for this one, and the Flying Eagles are getting ready. The last time they had their friendly was against the host nation Chile. They played a 1-0 draw, but Samson Balogun, the competition is going to kick off on Saturday, and the first game is going to be against Norway. Now, let's assess the team for you already a day for the World Cup.
Yeah, if you look at Coach Aliyu Zubairu, he's been around for some time. Yeah. I think we were mentioned and talked about his credentials and how qualified he is to handle the team. And, that should not be questioned. He knows exactly what he wants to do, and he has what it takes to get it done. So, if you look at the team, they are carefully selected, some of them based abroad, some of them home-based. And it's a blend of, youthful players and, experienced ones too. Some of them have tasted, active football, and some of them are still rookies. But that does not nullify what they know how to do, which is to play football. So I admire his selection process for this particular one. And one of the things we have always clamored for is playing top quality friendly games. Especially ahead of major competitions, and playing against Australia is more or less like a morale booster for them, and puts them in shape. So when you meet a team that plays like Australia or has the same capacity as Australia, you already know when to up your game and what to do when you are playing them. So you don't just bring these players to a competition without experience, or maybe with few experience that really does not amount or maybe equal or equate to what exactly they are going to meet at the competition. So we expect them to do this, and they are doing it. And aside from Australia, I think they should still play high-profile friendly games to put them in shape ahead of the competition. But right now, I think it's a fantastic decision to have them play against Australia. Maybe a friendly against England, a friendly against Spain. We'll do them
before the game on Monday.
Before the game on Monday.
All right. Let's see how far the Flying Eagles can go. And trust us, we'll be here to let's give you update on the Flying Eagles game, the World Cup right there in Chile. Remember, they played out a 1-0 draw over the weekend against Chile, and today they're going to have another one against Australia at 1 p.m. Nigerian time. So make sure you're locked in and make sure you're rooting for the Flying Eagles all the way. Right about now, let's take international stories, and we're starting from the front of the Ballon d'Or. Yes, Samson Balogun, fantastic one in Paris. If you joined us on the show earlier, Samson Balogun already gave us some French language, and I'm sure before the end of the show, so maybe he's going to sign out in French also. I'm sure we'll be expecting that. But quick one, Samson. The Ballon d'Or showed us class. It showed us, visibility, quality players on the stride. And there you have on the list on 30th, Michael Olise. There you have it. Topping 30, Florian Wirtz also 29, Virgil van Dijk, Declan Rice, Erling Haaland for me. I'm surprised why he's on 26. Denzel Dumfries 25, Fabian Ruiz, Jude Bellingham. We have Alexis McAllister, Sergio Guirassy. This man is still very underrated, and I hope for a better season for him this season. Also, Lautaro Martinez, João Neves, Scott McTominay. Trust me, fantastic player for Napoli last season. Robert Lewandowski, Vinicius Junior. Made a statement, when he did not win the Ballon d'Or against Rodri, he said, I'll keep trying. And the trial is not looking, it looks like a trial that dropped already. It's a 16, but we're going to discuss that. Victor Gyökeres on the list. Desire Doué, fantastic. Harry Kane, still a player that needs, this limelight better. I don't know why we need to give him some credit. I mean, Hurricane, Cyril Gurasi. Also, we have Varastelia. We have Pedri. Let's move away from that and let's look at, the award ceremony in full. The winners, right there. If my producer can move quickly. There you have it. The Copa Trophy. Lamine Yamal picked it up last season.
Back to back.
There you have it for you. Samson Balogun, nobody stopping him for this one?
You see, nobody's going to stop him. You know, he was so close to winning the Ballon d'Or himself, and the only compensation available is to just give him the Copa again. So I think, it was the wisest decision by the organizing body.
Yeah, I agree.
And, that gives him, the morale to actually do better this season. And then next year, he might just stand a chance of winning the Ballon d'Or. And I do hope it doesn't end up like Vinicius Jr., who finished second and eventually went ahead to finish 16th the following year. So let's just keep fingers crossed. But, he totally deserves the Copa Trophy. That's the younger, player of the year around the world. I mean, that's really interesting. That's fantastic. And congratulations to Lamine Yamal. It's a step in the right direction. And more or less like, a pointer to the fact that he still has it in him. He knows exactly. He's young, actually.
Yeah, he is.
So it's still achievable. Winning the Ballon d'Or is not out of reach for him.
For you, Samson Balogun, I'm sure Lamine Yamal deserves this one. But let's look at, more winners from last night right there in Paris. There you have it also.
Yes, I
know that. I think this is not Bonmati right now. This is the other person also picking up.
Another Copa Trophy.
Yes, another Copa Trophy. There you have it also. Alexis is a name and wonderful. I don't know. I saw a report that she's Nigerian. I don't know where we got the old story that she's Nigerian from.
Nigerians are, usually wanting to, relate with anyone.
Come on.
You just want to relate with someone that is doing really fine. I quite understand. Might have, Nigerian background, but that doesn't mean she's Nigerian at this time. I can decide to be a Japanese tomorrow, as long as I have Japanese nationality and I forgo that of Nigeria. I'm Japanese. So, that means that everyone is a universal citizen. You can now choose to be from whichever country you want to be from, provided they welcome you there. So I don't think anyone should come and say Alexis is Nigeria now. As long as she doesn't identify with Nigeria, you can say, oh, Anthony Joshua is from Nigeria because he identifies with Nigeria. Whoever does not identify with you, why
force nationality?
Please, Nigerians, please take it easy on this. Please.
All right, let's see more. Yes, winners right there from yesterday being displayed on the screen. Yes, there you have it.
That's Bonmati.
Bonmati, fantastic. Andres Iniesta, handing over the trophy to her. Samson is back to back. He's back to back for Bonmati.
You see, that's not the first time that is happening. We have seen Marta do that back to back, over and over again. I mean, I think Marta got tired of winning the award at a point. So I want to say that, it's really a good one for Aitana Bonmati. Fantastic player she is, wonderful player. She's been around. FC Barcelona knows exactly what she brings to the table. And most definitely, going to the new season, which has already started, I know that, there's still a chance she will repeat the season because she's an outstanding player. And as she stands, as for now, no player around the world in her category compares to her.
Okay, let's move on. There you have it. Yes, Bonmati getting the one. Fantastic player in a prime. Anna Amted, also the best goalkeeper women for you, Samson. The heroes that went down, I think she stood out for me. Fantastic goalkeeper, and I think he deserves it.
Yeah, well, when these things happen, a lot of things are put into consideration. What's your contribution to your team?
To your team, yeah.
And how much silverware, how many silverware did you win? And for her at the Euros, she stood out. Yes, fantastic. She did. Nobody would say, oh, I did not see what Anna Hampton did at the tournament. And also for the Nigerian goalkeeper, Nadozie, she stood out too. But sometimes your best is not enough. You keep doing your best until one day you are on that podium. Yes, she was on the podium on the African scene, and that does not mean that's enough for her to win on the world stage. So I want to implore her to keep doing what she knows how to do best. Now she's in Europe, she plays for Brighton and knows
fantastic, and the women, doing well for Brighton, actually.
And she's doing exceptionally well. That should put her on the map. and that should put her out there deliberately. And when the next award comes, I think she should climb the ladder more. Yeah.
All right, let's look at more winners. We're talking about the Ballon d'Or. If you're just joining us, and I'm sure you're enjoying the show right there. Yesterday in Paris was fantastic. Let's look at more winners from the Ballon d'Or. There you have Victor Gyökeres, Samson Balogun. I saw the award for the best goal scorer given to Kylian Mbappe, and that's because the Sporting is not in the top 5 leagues in Europe. But Victor Gyökeres having to claim this one right there is a big feat for him, and also a morale booster for the team like Arsenal this season.
You see, when we talk about
the best
goals,
striker, yeah.
When we talk about goals and how many goals you score, it now depends on which league you play before the coefficients actually favor you. So I think it was the coefficient. When we talk, if he was actually playing probably in England or France as at last season, he would definitely be in that position to win the same award that Kylian Mbappe actually won if he scored the same number of goals. But unfortunately, he played in a league that is not in the top 5 in Europe as we speak, and the coefficient really did not favor him. But then getting the award as the top striker, as the best striker in Europe last season, no doubt, nobody came close. Not even LeBron Haaland, not even Victor Osimhen. He did exceptionally well, and he deserves getting the award. And I do hope that this will inspire him to get into the game at Arsenal and start scoring goals.
All right, it's still back-to-back right here on the Ballon d'Or. Swiftly, let's get more, award. There you have it. Also, the women and the men's Gerd Müller Trophy. Eva Pajo is all FC Barcelona. They're producing talent, and it shows from the academy. You see how they nurture, grassroots football right in Barcelona. You see Bonmonte, you see Alexis, you see Pajo also picking up. You see Lamine Yamal, you see Park Kubasi. Come on, we can go on and on and on. And there you have Iwa Pajo also picking up the women's Gerd Müller Trophy.
I think it's the Barcelona season. For now, they have arguably the best players in their team, and that's exactly why you are seeing them winning these trophies they are winning right now. I think it was last season. They actually destroyed so many teams on their way to winning, some silverwares, and it's not a mistake. Over time, they have been able to embark on a project, and that project is paying off now. Do not forget that they started that project with these players like Asisat Oshoala at a point when it was at one point that the likes of Bonmati, Pajo, Putellas started coming into the team, and now they have a structure. And I think consistently for the next 2-3 years, they will continue to do well because they have what it takes. They started the project early, and they are reaping the profits now.
Actually, reaping is the word, and FC Barcelona are getting, their players what. Let's look at more winners right there. Samson Balogun, really sad one yesterday. Diego Jota and his brother, were recognized. The wife, honestly speaking, when I saw the wife stand there, I had to, my head process what was going on through her mind at that point in time. And then you have the captain of Liverpool, Virgil van Dijk, in that mood. Fantastic one for Ballon d'Or to be able to recognize Diego Jota and his brother.
That was the best thing to do. These are fantastic players, especially for Diego Jota, who played for Liverpool at a point, and then before he passed away. Nobody. It's not a good news. Nobody wouldn't feel like feel bad about what actually happened. And the best thing to do is to celebrate the wife and celebrate the family at that time. These guys are fantastic players. Unfortunately, they lost their lives to an accident. And inviting the wife to the award gala, I think that was massive. Big thank you to the Ballon d'Or organizing committee.
A big thank you for her for stepping out.
I mean, she could have said no, but she just wanted to honor the memory of her husband, which is, interesting. And I do hope that this stays in a very good place in her heart, and she keeps that there. And each time she thinks about the husband, she will definitely remember that people love her.
Yeah, definitely. Come on, what a way to go. Let's move away from emotions and let's look at, more winners right there in Paris. It's fantastic. Luis Enrique was in the match against Olympique Marseille. Boy, he picked up the trophy for the men's Johan Cruyff trophy, the coach of the year in the Ballon d'Or. For you, nobody came closer to that. Also, you look at the best team, also Luis Enrique Enrique also picking that the best team of the year goes to Paris Saint-Germain. Quickly, Samson.
You see, there were coaches and there were coaches. You see, what he did for Paris Saint-Germain last season and the season before, he was able to do the unthinkable.
Big statement, actually.
He was able to do the unthinkable. Aside from the trophies he won, you know, he was able to take away the biggest names in the team.
That's a big statement. Come on, how do you do that?
Lionel Messi left. At the point,
Neymar
left. They used to have Edison Cavani, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. With all the array of stars they paraded at the time, they could not muster a challenge to win the UEFA Champions League. Why? It was after these players left, he was able to ease them out of the team.
A certain Kylian Mbappe left the team.
You can imagine. So he was able to ease all the big names out of the team and then started afresh. Brought the so-called injury-plagued Ousmane Dembele to the team. You know, continued with Achraf Hakimi, trusted Desire Doué. You know, Marquinhos, as old as he is now, the leader in the team, is doing exceptionally well. You have Vitinha in midfield. You have Joao Neves in midfield. So Fabian Ruiz, a very old player, he used to play for Napoli. And you know, when you ask yourself this question, he sent some old players away and brought a few of them to help with experience in the team. And that's exactly what they have done. Fabian Ruiz, fantastic player, very creative. I mean, Joao Neves, fantastic one. And then these are quality players. If you look at them, Nuno Mendes too, fantastic player. Everyone in that team they had something to bring to the table. I mean, in the long run, you begin to answer some questions, and of course, you will begin to question yourself. What exactly? Because at the time when he started this project, people ask questions. What exactly is he doing? Why send all these quality players that can win you trophies? But then it wasn't about individual football anymore. He wanted to play a team game. He realized that he still had all these superstars in his team. He might just not achieve it. Because that was why he had problems at Barcelona before he left. There were quality players. Unfortunately, he could not control the team. He wanted players that would still listen to the coach and not just think outside the box. They would think outside the box only when necessary. But for Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Neymar, they would only want to express themselves on the field of play, which might affect the overall team play. And he didn't want that. He sent them away, and people were waiting for him to fail. Unfortunately for him, he showed them exactly why he's Luis Enrique, and he achieved success. So if he won the team of the season, no doubt he achieved it with great enthusiasm and most definitely with technical know-how that he has in him. And if he actually won the coach of the season, I don't think anyone came close. It's what he achieved. I think I said this during the UEFA Champions League analysis. I said, look, what this guy has done, I don't think there is any coach that has done it before except for Jose Mourinho. When he started with FC Porto, he brought in so many players: Benny McCarthy, Nonda, Ricardo Carvalho, Fabio Ferreira. I mean, there are so many other players too. Deco, Manic. These are quality players, fantastic ones. And then he brought them together. It wasn't that they were superstars at the time, but they were quality players and made them win the UEFA Champions League with not just any other team, but FC Porto of all teams in Europe at the time. So that was what brought Jose Mourinho to limelight, and that's exactly what Luis Enrique is doing. So there are coaches who don't really want players who have made names. They just want quality players that are able to give their all anytime they are called upon by the coach.
Agree. Come on, what a way to go. Let's look at more winners right there. Luis Enrique picking up that one. The men's coach and also Paris Saint-Germain picking there. There you have it. Kylian Mbappe. I'm sorry, Ousmane Dembele. I don't know if I'm calling Kylian Mbappe at this point in time. Yes, and the legend Ronaldinho. What a way to go. Samson Balogun, how do you pick up a trophy from a legend? And a quick one, let me read out the statement from Ousmane Dembele yesterday. And I quote, "I am thrilled. It's been an amazing season for both PSG and myself. Getting this award from Ronaldinho, who is a legend, to me makes it even more special. I'm grateful to my PSG family. I've received this award from one of the biggest legends of all time, and I can't believe this. I want to thank FC Barcelona, the club of my dreams. I've played with Lionel Messi, and I want to thank him too. I learned so much from him. This is an award thanks to the collectivity, and I want to thank all my teammates." Also, he made more statements because, was all teary, thanking his best friend. His best friend was also crying, thanking his family. Samson Balogun, you look at the man from Rennes, from Rennes to Borussia Dortmund, from Borussia Dortmund straight back to FC Barcelona. You look at the injury worries for him. Trust me, Samson Balogun, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm sitting down here, and in my lifetime, I would never think a certain Ousmane Dembele would be in the top 10 of the Ballon d'Or. I'm not going to lie to you. But there you have it. It shows hard work, consistency, trying to believe in yourself. Despite the ordeal, you must upscale through. You must be there. And Ousmane Dembele, there he is, lifting the Ballon d'Or.
Being Thierry is not by mistake. I mean, you are looking at a man that almost did not fulfill potential. At the point he was too playful, as people would have it, and after that, he became an injury-prone player who played 3 months and go away for 6 months, and then became a problem for him. Almost lost track of his footballing career. And then he went back to the drawing table and realized what exactly will work for me. And it's not just about Ousmane Dembele now. It's about people who actually put their faith in Ousmane Dembele. Because when from Rennes, when he was going to Borussia Dortmund, he was going to Borussia Dortmund as the next big thing. He started fine. Was doing exceptionally well. Unfortunately, injuries crept in. And then after that, he had to go to Barcelona. Didn't live up to expectation there too. He was eventually firmed out to other teams. But the main point is, he almost, just like Mario Balotelli, did not live up to expectation. Great potential. Unfortunately, he did not do it. But for Ousmane Dembele, he had people who trusted and believed in him. It's one thing for people to believe in what you are capable of doing. It's another thing for you to be able to exhibit and do exactly what people trust you to do. So at Paris Saint-Germain, when Paris Saint-Germain trusted him to come on board, I thought it was going to be the same old Ousmane Dembele. But unfortunately, and fortunately for him, he turned things around. He was able to work on his training routine because as an unserious player at the time, he would always skip and miss trainings. So at Paris Saint-Germain, there was someone, Luis Enrique, who monitored every activity of Ousmane Dembele, from his diet to his training routine, and then he was able to, for the first time, he was able to stay fit for most part of the season. I mean, that's massive. They were able to maintain him last season, and that's really obvious in what he has achieved so far. So if he stays fit, he's a fantastic player. And then one thing that also changed about Ousmane Dembele was his decision-making on the field of play. At Barcelona, Ousmane Dembele was a player who doesn't know when to cross and when to shoot. So that changed at Paris Saint-Germain. Now he knows when to cross the ball for another striker to score. He knows when to cut in and shoot. So that has really improved, and then that's exactly what you are seeing that reflects on the statistics as we speak. Compare what he has achieved in terms of statistics at Borussia Dortmund, at Barcelona, and then compare to that of PSG. You will see a huge margin. There's a gap. And that's a result of what the coach has done. When you have a coach that knows exactly how to make you work, I think that's fantastic. And this is what he should maintain.
Amazing.
There's nothing stops him from claiming the next one if he puts in the energy and the work.
59 games, 37 goals, 14 assists, 51 goal average in 59 games. League One Player of the Season, League On Golden Boot winner, Champions League Player of the Season. He won the Champions League trophy. He won the League On. He won the Coupe de France and French Super Cup.
With the start, how do you stop such a man from winning the Ballon d'Or?
How do you stop it?
So I'm not.
But something you wonder, how do you stop one man? But you ask some questions. How did Frank Ribery not also pick up the trophy? The Ballon d'Or. We can go on and on.
You see, yes, you can go on and on. During that period, it was a 10-15 years period where you had some players who were extraterrestrials. You had Lionel Messi, you had Cristiano Ronaldo.
And the criteria was different to win,
the criteria was not necessarily different. But you have to blame the fact that they did not win on the consistency of this same set of players. Now, take for example, 1 season or 2 seasons, Frank Ribery is doing really fine. But have you forgotten that Cristiano Ronaldo back-to-back for the last 10 years has been doing exceptionally well? So because Ribery is coming out to do well this season, does that water than what Ronaldo has done the same season? No. So it's people would always want to make an issue out of this. But the truth of the matter is, you can question some of these awards. Yes, it's understandable. There was a time people thought, oh, Wesley Sneijder was going to win.
Yeah.
There was a time Diego Forlan was going to win. And
Robert Lewandowski.
Yeah. At the point you would feel like, oh, these players were cheated. But hey, at that time too, these players also, it's not like they slept at home. They were doing exceptionally. Imagine you scoring 50 goals a season for how many years? That's massive. I'm talking about Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Imagine you scoring 91 goals in a calendar year.
That's
Lionel Messi. So regardless of if he wins a trophy or he doesn't win a trophy, he has what to back it up for winning the Ballon d'Or. But people will always say, oh, Lewandowski did this, oh, so person did that. Have you compared that to what these players are? The question now is, are you tired of Lionel Messi winning the Ballon d'Or?
No.
Wait. I'm coming. I have a point. I have a point. Are they tired of Lionel Messi winning the Ballon d'Or, or they are agitating for another player to win it? That's the question.
Going for 91 goals. My question is, we have a criteria already set that this is the principle for how to win the Ballon d'Or. So it's already stated that you must have this to be able to win it. It's not about the 91 goals you scored.
I'm not particular about the 91 goals.
So
I'm not particular. Don't make an issue out of that.
So
I'm not saying Lionel Messi scored 91 goals. I'm not saying Ronaldo scored 2,000 goals. But what I'm saying is,
now, are you saying that the season that Messi won it ahead of Lewandowski, he was supposed to win it?
What I'm trying to say, okay, are you saying he doesn't deserve to be in pole position to win?
No, I'm asking a question. You are yet to answer my question. I'm saying the season Messi won it, are you saying Lewandowski was not supposed to win it? Looking at the criteria set already that this was what was supposed to give you the Ballon d'Or.
Are you saying Messi didn't deserve to win that same year?
Looking at the criteria, he did not deserve it.
That's the question.
No, he did not deserve it.
So are you saying Messi underperformed that same year?
Are you saying because of the World Cup?
Are you saying that's not the criteria?
But at the end of the day, the World Cup was not a criteria.
The truth is,
listen,
the point is, one of the things you will check, individual performance and then team performance.
Yes.
These are the two things you look at.
So if a player does well at that point in time, that's the question.
If it was under review, you would add that to. Messi did well for his team and eventually won a trophy. Okay. So are you saying he doesn't deserve to win?
Okay. Back to you now. A certain Lautaro Martinez did well with the Copa America, and because a certain Rodri, picked up the trophy with Spain at the Euros, he deserves to win.
Yes, because he did well for his team too. He played a role. He played a role. So that's you are one of those who believe. You are one of those who believe because you are a goal scorer, it's automatic that you win the trophy. A goalkeeper can win the trophy. A defender can win the trophy. It depends on what you. Okay, are you saying Ricardo Carvalho does not deserve to win?
A certain Lautaro Martinez picked up
Are you saying Fabio Cannavaro did not deserve what he won? That's what I'm saying.
On what ground?
So he did not do anything.
On what ground is the question?
That's the problem. You people believe that all you have to do is to win based on goals. It's not about goals alone. What's your contribution to the team?
Now the contribution to the team is saying that there's a certain way you win the Ballon d'Or. At that point in time, where a certain Rodri or a certain Messi you're picking, they were not leveled on the criteria. That's what I'm saying to you. A Copa America was given to a Lautaro Martinez. He went to the Champions League final. He won the season. He won the Serie A trophy. He was the top goal scorer. At the end of the day, he didn't pick up the trophy. That's what I'm asking you.
So what Rodri did not win a trophy with Manchester City.
Come on.
He did not win a trophy with Spain.
Come on.
Are you saying he did not win anything?
But a Martinez won.
Yes, Martinez also won. Rodri also won too. So what is the role that Martinez played with Manchester City and for Spain? Put that in context and then compare that in just a position with what Lautaro Martinez also did for Inter Milan and of course Argentina. So they all had important roles to play. Now, what the factor that you people are forgetting is the fact that this thing is being voted for. Nobody chooses. Yeah. So why didn't you vote? If you wanted Lautaro Martinez to win, you go and vote. Put yourself in the position to vote.
Yes, Samson now throwing back the stones at me, which is fine. It's all calm.
That's the point. So Nigerians will complain about bad governance, but you guys you don't go out to vote. So why do you complain?
Samson, we are one now.
You vote.
Can we now come back as one?
Welcome back.
All right, the Sports family. That's all we can take on the show. But like I said, before we go, Samson Balogun is going to sign out in French, and that's how we wrap up the show today. Samson, over to you.
Je ne fous pas. What am I even saying?
I'm wonderful. What we're going to see again tomorrow. Thank you for staying connected to my producer and also the crew. We're going to see again tomorrow. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.